I've been mountain biking for about 25 years now, believe it or not. I guess you can believe it, look at my grey hairs. But many products have been and gone over the years, but here are some of my favourite mountain bike accessories that I've bought and I've had loads of use from. I say bought, but there is an asterisk up there, so I'll be 100% honest with you. We do have some partner brands here at GMBN that make it possible to make these videos. And yes, I was a sponsored rider for quite a long time. So some of those are products that I've had for years and years and I've never let go of them. So I haven't technically bought every single one of these products and been given them, but they are my favourites and I would have bought them had I not been given them. So let's start. Number one, my trusty Park Tool portable workstand. Now, me and Martin talked about these the other week actually in a show, because I realised just how long I've had this. So I reckon I've probably had this about 20 years and it still works perfectly. I still use this every day, not every day, but pretty much every day, all the time. Yes, a team I rode for back in the early 2000s was sponsored by Park Tool, so I didn't pay for this either. But it's just been one thing that I've probably used the most in all of my years of riding mountain bikes. I get to use this all the time. It's been to fields all around the UK and all around Europe when I race downhill, and it's still going strong. Why do I love it? Well, it's robust, it's portable, although it doesn't really go many places nowadays. It stays in my garage most of the time. But I just don't know how you would ever work properly on a bike without a work stand. So it's definitely had its money's worth. You know, doing your gears, working on pretty much anything on your bike without a work stand is just more difficult, so love it. Bib shorts. Yes, the Lycra padded shorts with the straps that go over your shoulders. Now, maybe not just one pair of these have been my favourite, but they are my go-to undergarment for riding a bike. They're super comfortable. I feel secure, if you get what I mean. Also, never have to worry about pulling them up or anything like that, just sorted for riding. Also, with the bibs, it's super helpful for bigger rides, just a nice little place to stash things. So I often stick a bar or a gel or even an inner tube I've put in the back of there. Just things you can get in there for longer rides. And yes, the expensive road ones are worth it. In my opinion, they're super comfortable, but you know, thank you very much, GCN. A mobile toolbox or a tool wrap, they're really good as well actually. So I like to be prepared when I go for a ride, so any vehicle I'm in, I always take this with me. And what I do, I sort of downgrade my tools. I've got my big toolbox at home with all my A-grade tools, and when they get a bit old and worn, I sort of stick them over into my mobile toolbox, so I'm still really well prepared, but maybe they're not the tools that I want to use all the time. Because I really hate going somewhere for a ride and having to borrow something off someone, like, oh, can I just borrow that thing? Or even if you're at a bike park and got a shop, I hate going in there and being like, can you just tighten my axle or whatever? So I like to be prepared, and I don't take loads of things, but quite a few spares, bits and bobs, spare tubes, brake pads, occasionally tools like this, where they've basically got loads of little functions. So this is Toe Peak Survival Gearbox. You've got loads of little bits in here that will get you out of pretty much anything. So like I say, not the tools that I use all the time, but tools that can get me out of a sticky spot. A jet wash for washing off my bike. Yes, full disclosure, of course, this is a muck off version, but over the years I've had loads of different ones, from the full powered petrol ones to the plug-in electric ones at home. Petrol I would use quite a lot back in the downhill racing days. We got really mucky bikes and to blast it off in the field, get ready for the race. This one is designed specifically for bikes, so there's no mad power on this one at all, and you've got those handy accessories like you can plug in your wash and spray down the bike. And I think personally, if you do it right, you're not wearing your bike out any faster anyway, as long as you're a bit careful with it. And I think actually, if you're cleaning your drivetrain off better and then lubing it, then that's lasting longer anyway. So I don't know how people survive without a jet wash, especially living in the UK. You can see how muddy it is this time of year. I use this jet wash at home a lot. The Windproof gilet, or vest, or whatever you call them, body warmer, I guess. Yes, they can make you look a little bit like a bin bag because they are that shiny windproof stuff. And yes, this is a GMBN one, but I've had loads of these over the years, and other than bib shorts and riding jerseys, these are probably my sort of next most favourite piece of riding gear. Under jersey base layers. Now I've probably got I don't know, 8 or 10 of these. They last years and I wear them a lot of the time in the UK. Merino wool, that's always a winner, nice and warm, breathable. That's the important thing, I guess, with any under jersey base layer. Make sure they're breathable so they don't get super sweaty. Worth spending money, I think, on the merino ones because, again, they last years and it's such a nice material. A HIPLOK. Now this is a genius piece of kit that is just like a belt. So you use the Velcro, sling it around your waist and off you go. I use this all the time for popping into town or for riding to work. Saves you having to use one of those big D-locks or strapping anything to your bike. A flask for the car. Obviously, riding bikes is thirsty work, so I'm always filling up receptacles to take with me wherever I'm going, and single-use plastics is no good for anyone. So I like to keep a flask in the car and just refill this. Obviously, you can buy yourself a GMBN one as well, but you know, any one of these flasks is great and I use it all the time. A mountain bike GPS. I'm definitely not a rider that has to have this on every ride and look at my miles at the end of the year. But I do like them, especially for training for cross-country or road bike. I've even got a power meter actually on my cross-country bike. So I like digging into my data and actually trying to train quite specifically and getting my most bang for buck. So obviously I've got my head unit, which I do use for kind of more cross-country, road and a bit of enduro, but I do like having a watch as well, it's really nice. Mainly I use this for recording times for downhill runs and enduro. Yes, we're partnered by Garmin, but you can get any brands of these. I actually find them really useful, kind of like I said, for digging into the data, but also sometimes for tracking those rides. But like I say, I'm not 100% into tracking every ride and I'm not super disappointed if I forget it or whatever, but I do like kind of geeking out sometimes on the riding data. Right, there's some of my favourite mountain bike accessories. Definitely let me know yours in the comments down below. I'll check them out. If you want some more tech mountain bike videos, don't forget to head over to GMBN Tech and subscribe because Dottie has got loads of great info over there.